anytime you can do this, but being that it's Christmas time, I am going to incorporate a couple of these into some of my yard ornaments and whatnots. So there they are, and here it is. Comes with directions, but the directions are on the side. I would follow these. I've tried to use them a couple of times and they haven't worked, but today we're going to try. I'm going to make something I think would be a little bit more interesting. So the JL-404C. So okay. So it says black is line, which means power. Red is load, which goes to, let's just say, lights or whatever it is. And white is neutral. Now these don't have a neutral. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a plug-in. I'm going to just make this its own entity. So I got some wire, some tools, some of these, some of them. We're going to test it. We're going to test this. Credit Project Farm. Alright, I have it rough wired here just to double check everything, make sure it's okay. So when I plug this in, these ought to come on. And I'm on a safety thing here just to make sure everything's cool. And there they are. Okay, so when I turn my bathroom light on, it takes it a second, but it works. Some old C7s for testing 1, 2, 3. Now, this is a good enough diagram. I'm going to draw you a better one and show you the way it works, because it's right there, but it's not super intuitive because it doesn't really, there was a simple thing to add right here that they didn't do. So they come on instantly. It takes them a second for the energy to build up to hit that little sensor. So let's undo this and go back out there. I heard a click. I got these plugs. Got a set of 10 pairs. Before I take these apart, these can be keyed. You can tell by looking at it. It's not an exact triangle. So I always put a mark on before I take them apart. It just saves me a little fun and time. These are UL approved. I'm kind of surprised by that, because as you know, the little hole is the hot hole in North America and maybe other places, I don't know. And this goes back to neutral. So the big one is neutral in that. Now you may or may not know this too, but most every thing you buy is wire is marked. It's real hard to see here. But this is also polarized on a C9 chain. So there's your little hole, which is hot, the big things. But you'll usually find some kind of marking on that. And you see those little white dots right there, maybe? I'm trying to get in the sun. You'll find some stamping or marking or something. And this will be the hot side generally. Check it with a meter, make sure. There's my Klein meter hiding down in there. And there's just a couple of little tips and tricks there, just to sort of help you along your way. So the only thing that needs to be added to this that would help you out would be the line. See, I drew the outlet. There it is right there. I'm a ground up guy. I know most people aren't. My timers are all upside down in the house. So this is the hot one. So that'll be the black wire off of the photo cell. Now the red wire will go to the lamp load, and then you'll come out of that. It doesn't give you a color, whatever color you got, I guess. And the white wire goes to here, and that goes to the larger hole in the outlet. And it works fine. So you just have to remember the red goes, it's not, for me it wasn't real super intuitive. You kind of feel like the white wire is not going to be used or something, but it is. So line, black, red. You can put an optional switch here if you want to, which happens to be right there. And then you go to your lamp, and then then you tie it off. I'll show you exactly what I did here in just a second. And then the white or whatever color you end up with goes to neutral. I ended up with black, I think. So that's just a little. They could have just told you that very easily, but you know, it's the way it goes. So it works on it. It worked great. So I was very pleased with it. So let's take a look here. Let me get this confusing extension cord out of the way, because I didn't want to put my hand right there next to it. I've been hit by 110, I don't know, 50 times in my life. I don't have a pacemaker or anything, so it won't kill you. So here's your, and the thing about these plugs, I was going to say this too. The thing about these plugs that I got, see, they're not marked. You can't tell which side's the hot side by just looking at it, but I'll show you what I do with these particular ones. So I just put a little red. I get my little Klein Tools marker here, and I just put a little red mark to show me which side's hot. So from the photo cell right here, you go directly to the hot pin right here, and then the red wire goes to the hot side. I'm sorry, not the hot side, the return side, I guess is what you say it. The not hot side to let me make sure I'm getting this right here. Where the little white dots. Well, little white dots. Well, there they are. Okay, so the red goes to the hot side of your load, and then the return side goes to your large pin. And so you'll come off there it is right there. You'll come off the return side of your load, your lamps. You'll put your white wire from the photo cell on that, and then you'll put another wire off to the neutral side of your plug. So this just says it best. So this works fine. So now I can put a photo cell out there on my pond lights, and it'll be fine. So, and I don't have to worry about it. Now, these don't have a timer. I don't need a timer because I got the option switch, so I just turn it off. And in that circuit, I also have a water pump that runs my water fountain on top of the old cupola. You'll see it crank up here. There you go. See? So that is on the same circuit as those lights you see in the foreground there around the edge of the pond. So now I can run my pump for the fish to aerate the water, and the lights around the pond won't come on until dusk, and then I'll know everything's on. That's also kind of a warning that pump is going out in case I go to sleep or leave or something. So that's the purpose for this. So you just got to remember, you're going to have a tie-in of 3 wires here. The return off your load, the white wire, and the wire going to your neutral, your larger pin generally, if your house is wired correctly, or whatever it is. So a nice simple little switch. If you're going to put this outside, you're going to need to do something about putting some silicone in there or something, and protecting that from the weather. I do not think that it is actually connected to that, but I just would not want mud daubers and other creatures to live in this thing. And so that's UL approved too, and boy, it worked. You could hear it being it was pretty snappy. All right, well, that's all I got for today. So let me zoom back this way, and you can zoom over and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And that's all I have. Pretty simple setup. Once you understand that you need that's a plug over there. All right, thanks for spending time with me. Talk later. Bye-bye.